Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make is a no-knead skillet bread. This is probably the easiest bread that I've ever made, and it's a lot of fun to make. So let's get started. Just in a large bowl, what you're going to do is you're going to place 2 cups of lukewarm water into the bowl. And you're also going to be putting in 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And then with your spoon, just mix those 2 together till they're combined. Like that. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put in 1 cup of flour, but you're going to have a total of 4 1/3 cup of water. But this is 1 cup going in right now. And then you're also going to be putting in a 1/2 tablespoon of kosher salt. And just combine this with your spoon till it's well mixed. And it'll take you just a minute or so to do that. Bring it all together. Okay, like that. And then at 1 cup at a time, keep putting your flour in. Okay? And you're going to keep doing this till all the flour is combined. And you don't want to over mix it, but you do want to make sure that it's coming together. So far that's what I have. Okay? And we'll put another cup in and combine this. It's much easier to do it 1 cup at a time, especially because you're doing this by hand with a spoon. Okay, this is the progress that I have so far. Okay. And we'll put another cup in. And again, it was a total of 4 1/3 of the all-purpose flour. And then it's going to get a little bit harder on your arm as it really starts to come together and form the dough ball. I'm going to try to clean up my sides here a little bit. Okay. Mix this in. We almost have all of the flour in. And it's getting a little bit harder to work with. Okay, then we're going to put the rest of our flour in. Set that aside. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and use my hands just to mix it in. I think it's easier than with the spoon. That way I can really clean up the bowl a lot easier. Okay. Now you might prefer just to stay with your spoon. The dough is going to be really sticky, so I want to warn you ahead of time. Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. So we've got our dough. It's just a little bit more here that I want to put in just to make sure it's combined here. Okay. Alright, in fact I think I'm going to use this bowl that I have my flour in and just take the dough and place it in a large bowl. I usually have a bigger one, but I'm going to use this right now to show you. And I put it in another bowl, another large bowl, and then I actually cover it. You can cover it with saran wrap or a towel. You can leave a little bit of air in it too. You don't have to completely cover it. And let that rise, and that'll probably rise for you within about an hour. Okay, then after the hour comes up and you had your first rise, then you're going to need, of course, a 10 or a 12-inch skillet. And go ahead and grease the bottom. I used olive oil, but you can use whatever oil that you want. You don't have to heavily grease it, but you do want to grease it with oil. Then take your dough. We'll assume that it has risen for us after that hour. And then you don't have to knead it or anything. Just make a disc out of it. You don't want to really punch it down, but you just want to kind of stretch the sides a little bit and place it into your skillet after the hour rise. And just, you know, try to make sure, just stretch it a little bit so it'll fit your pan. Okay, and then what I like to do is then I cover it again for another half hour. Then after the half hour, I place, of course, the risen bread into the oven at 400 degrees, and it'll take you anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes to bake. Then when, of course, it comes out of the oven, put your skillet pan on a cooling rack for, you know, that 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to rinse my hands quickly, and then I want to show you what it looks like when it comes out. I'm going to just cover up that for now. And this is what it will look like once it's baked up. You'll get this beautiful, deep bread. And I have to show you the bottom because I think, oh, that's the best part, at least I like. You have this beautiful crispy bottom of it, a nice golden brown. And what I generally do is I put a little bit of olive oil before I bake it on the top also. What you also should do that I don't want to forget to tell you is that after you place it into your skillet, I like to carve an X in the top, and then I'll cover it with a towel and that type of thing, because it will bake up nicer that way. But you can just see the beautiful bread that you get out of the skillet bread. And then now I'm going to cut it for you so that you can, you know, see what it looks like once it's cut. So I'm going to cut a slice here for you to show you. Oh, this is so good when it just comes out of the oven, and then to put some butter on it. And then you have this beautiful light. It's really not a dense or a real heavy bread. It's very, very light. And there you have it. You've got an easy recipe to make skillet bread with no kneading at all. So here's a really, I think, a quick and easy bread recipe for you to give it a try. If you do try it and you like it, leave a comment because I'd really like to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching and please subscribe.